Here's a question from New Moon in Detriment. Diana, have you noticed family patterns when viewing natal charts? And then you give lots of examples about how you and your husband and dad and mum and children are all connected in with correspondences which are similar or exactly the same. Yes, of course I have. I was trained in astrological psychology, which is for counselling purposes, as a matter of fact, and we look at the family model a lot. And I was trained by two psychoanalysts, Swiss, who worked with Carl Gustav Jung in Switzerland, so I was very lucky to have that. Yes, it's happening all the time. And looking at the charts of family, and of course I've looked at my own connections with my family, and you know, before and after, you know, my relatives that were there before me, and then the ones that I produced, who are going to be, I'll be their ancestor. But anyway. Yes, it is very, very interesting, and of course I sort of look at it from the point of view that family is connected with us on another level as well. This is the way I look at it, right? Is that we all come in here for a reason, and we come in for reasons to do with learning, to do with completing, to do with understanding, and we are connected with a soul family from the great world tree, or the great universal tree, or the great galactic tree, the great tree, and our little tiny twig of the tree is connected in with the souls that are working on that particular problem or concept or thought form, or probably a mixture of them all and some others as well that I can't think of right off the top of my head, but we're kind of all in it together. And whether we're still incarnated or whether we're no longer incarnated but we're still there somehow, we're all working on that together. I mean, I have done also in the past clairvoyant work, psychic work, and the relatives connect in very, very strongly, especially on a love link. But even relatives that you know, who died when you were a baby, and because they're working on a theme together, it's a team. And family often throw up the most difficult challenges, you know, they really know how to get under your skin. And that's because there's something that is still needing to be finished. It's not completed. And there's generally themes that run through family. I mean, in my particular family, there's the theme of addiction in various forms that, as far as I can find back, you know, into ancestry, it would be addiction. But also, I inherit my clairvoyant ability from my grandmother. So there's that theme. I don't know, you know, I never met her. Part Irish, part South American, I never met her. So who did she inherit it from? So there's another theme going through there. But, you know, she... so that's fascinating. And there's another thing that seems to run through the family, which is artistic ability. So you get these themes, and of course you're going to see that in the pattern of the natal charts, you know, because the vibrations of the planets in the signs in the houses are actually coagulating and manifesting and expressing outwards into the world, this rather fragmented world of conflict that we live in this dimension, as these themes that are being worked on either consciously or unconsciously. So Yes, I very much think that, and also in my training, the family model is the sun is the male archetype, the planet Saturn is the female archetype, because that's the shaping, forming, constructing, building energy as the baby, you know, is formed and shaped in the womb. And then, in fact, the mother is the one that usually is the mother who is shaping the child through raising that child through, you know, manners and almost like imposing upon the child, knowingly or unknowingly, just from her way of being, how that child is beginning to develop. And it can be the mother, it can be, you know, other females around. And the moon is the child itself, and there's lots of reasons behind those kind of three choices there. So thank you very much for your question, new moon in detriment.